1st, 2025. It's the first day of the rest of our lives. And for your sake, I hope it is your best one yet. Uh, it's Friday, it's 7 a.m. Pacific time, and that means it is time for a llama party. And this is an exciting one because being the 1st of August, it means we are going to get a good chance to recap all of the crazy news that's come out in crypto over the past week, of which, as usual, there's been a ton. We're going to spend a little bit of time. Uh, if you're new here, we are, revamping always a lot of the llama parties. Always trying to like keep the formula fresh and interesting. And one of the things that I was really interested in doing with these llama parties is basically spending more time out curve stuff. Because when we interview guests curve related, yeah, it's not necessarily super interesting for people because I think most people are very like extremely interested in curve, and I'm also extremely interested in curve. So it's kind of like I have the most fun when I talk about curve stuff. And you're wondering if it's a llama party, why is it just me? Well, if you're expecting a party, if you're expecting I'm hosting a party, you should probably expect there's only going to be one attendee. But when I mentioned like we're revamping the format, like it's a party. We want to just like send the invites out and see who joins. So I'm gonna actually just go ahead and try an experiment here. We'll go ahead and just drop the restream link in the chat. And if you'd like to come party with us, like, come on. Like, hopefully you won't come on and say things that get us like quote unquote demonetized. I say quote unquote demonetized because we're not actually monetized, but in theory, it'd be nice to like act like we are, dress for the job you want. So yeah, what the heck? Let's pretend we're demonetized. And if you want to come on and say like constructive comments, like the links in the comments, come join us. Let me take a second and get this submitted through leviathannews.xyz so more people know about it. Let's actually just do so. Why don't I do it on the website itself so you guys can see how easy it is to submit news and get it through to Leviathan. So just give me a second to get the screen share live. And if you're worried that this is not the most gripping television, so it goes. It's my live stream, so I get to do what I like. So we're going to get a chance to talk about all this. Oh, yeah, another good thing to mention is that we have an auction that's going to be settling live on stream for that QR code in the upper left-hand corner. That is what we call the Squid Pass. I'll talk more about that once we've got this link out to people. Because once we've got the link out to people, then it's more likely that we can get some more people joining. And yeah, it's pretty good. That's a little bit better. And we're going to want to change that image out. I have a llama party image, llama party curve. We'll have to tag that live stream. We'd like to, at some point, we'll talk more about like Leviathan stuff later. We always like to make it like easier for people to, we consider ourselves a DAO and such. Bad preview image, whatever. Let's go ahead and send it through. The editors will know what to do with it. And just like that, and what's crazy is like, if you're new here to Leviathan, most people like you submit a link, they say, "Hey, go away, sir. You're not allowed to submit links." Leviathan, we say, not only do we like it when you submit links, but we're gonna pay you. We're actually just gonna like give you squid in exchange for sending out links that are relevant and get through our editing process. So it's kind of fun. Like I just earn money for doing that, which is wild. Hey, we got DeFi Advisor saying GM in the chat. Let's make it feel like more of a party. Let's go ahead and pop the chat overlay up. And I'm gonna do one last thing. I'm actually I think the link didn't go through to X, but you can see the link on stream there. Or I will go ahead and drop it in the comments of the live stream on X so that anyone who wants can join us, and we can make it a proper llama party. But yeah, if no one joins, like it's fine because I get it. I don't smell good. All right, boom, join, and we'll go ahead and send that through to the website. All right, with that in mind, and it's already working because I got 100 of you watching this. Take a second to check out the Squid Pass and click on it while you still have a chance. Right now, it's going to AOZ. AOZ is Revolutionizing Decentralized Personal Identity Networks, TEPIN. And just on top of it, like if you head to this link, you'll be able to hang out in the Discord. Their Discord is great. I think you can kind of judge a good crypto project by how happening their Discord is. And AOZ has a fantastic Discord. So I would recommend to check that link and join there. Maybe we can have a little after party in the show in their AOS Discord. But the format that we like to do with these llama parties now is we like to just go through and kind of reply guy talk about the news that came in for the past week. And this, as I mentioned, this is the start of the month. So we also have like the top news of the past month. And let me actually just pull up that leaderboard first, because that's kind of interesting to see. Like, a month is a lifetime in crypto. But this here is was really interesting when, let me see if I can get that a bit bigger so anyone who's watching can see this. There's actually really interesting results when you actually like go through and look and say like, well, who's actually like what's actually going on. And like this did pretty wild, and I didn't even notice till I pulled the numbers. So the top news in July, sorry, Chef, to get rid of you for a second, so you can see it here. It wasn't even close. The top news in the month of July was this website that was submitted by Ivan123. Let me pull that up so you can see what's going on. Like this, I didn't even know that this was like a thing. But Ivan123R6 posted this website that tracks entities accumulating ETH as a strategic reserve asset. And you can see it's a gorgeous website there. We'll go ahead and click through to it so you can see it is super helpful. Like this is the the counterpoint to the Michael Saylor treasury company, I assume. But a lot of companies are just purchasing Ethereum. Bitmine, Immersion Tech, SharpLink Gaming, the Ether Machine, Ethereum Foundation is fourth, which is pretty wild. So we're actually sailoring Ethereum, and that might be some of the reason that we're seeing such amazing Ethereum prices in this past month. So a big thanks to Ivan for submitting that. And this one, like I said, this one did bonkers. We're still trying to like figure out the specific metrics that we use to calculate this. This one didn't get many upvotes. It just kind of like snuck through without anyone noticing. But it got 704 clicks, whereas like the other articles that were like topped by upvotes, because this, we generate this leaderboard based on like a Pareto maximization between clicks and upvotes, and it's not even close. Like 704 clicks, whereas most of these others got like between 30 to 50 clicks. And you can see that like clearly the narrative of the month is Ethereum, because all the top ones that came out, pretty much the top three, are all pretty much related to Ethereum. Number 3 was Ethereum's version of MicroStrategy, also posted by Ivan. Number 2 was some SEC news, which we'll get to some other SEC news, but that was pretty cool. So that's the top headlines for the past month. Of course, check out leviathannews.xyz to get all them. But what about what's buzzing now? One of the cool things about the site as we have it is we can actually just see what's the like most like big news that people are discussing as of right now. So we took a look at it, and the current top story is this one. Lido is trimming 15% of its team, and they're saying that these cuts are not performance related, so they are underperforming, but just because they are having to tighten costs, and that's kind of crazy for me to see this, because like Lido is amongst like some of the other Dino DeFi companies like Curve and Aave, in my opinion, the best in the business. Like they run a incredibly sharp operation. The like staked ETH is they got to that narrative super early. They did a fantastic job executing on it. So just super impressed with what they've built. But then you might look at this and say, well, why are they cutting 15% right as Ethereum's going up? If you didn't know anything about the situation, you might think that is a little crazy. I will add just a little context, which is that from what I understand, Lido does run a fantastic operation, but they also are very, very heavily staffed. So it's not necessarily a surprise to me to see that there is like a crazy amount of people that are working at Lido, and very, very like sharp and talented people, but they hired like I don't actually have exact numbers, but like I know that like entire like teams dedicated like single operations within Lido are like the entire size of, for example, the team at Curve. So it's like when you see like this also trend happening with a lot of crypto companies being able to run and execute with extremely slim teams, um, it's kind of like not necessarily a surprise that they had to streamline just a bit. Like Tether is the example I'm thinking of here, because Tether is able to like run like a super like lean organization. I think they've got like highest number of employees, or sorry, highest revenue per number of employee. So the fact that like oh yeah, DeFi Advisor's right. I got to go to the auction. Look at that. See, I get off the chat and we missed some cool things. 20 minutes to go. Don't worry, I'll get to it. You can see there's some excitement heating up because the Leviathan Squid Pass auction, currently going to AOS in the upper left corner, is going to expire in about 20 minutes. So we'll check in on that in a second. But could be heated because it's a crazy value. Like right now we got 157 people watching this. Like in total, like when it's more people and it's more fun, we can get up to like 1,000, which is like for DeFi decent for a live stream, and then you get more trickling in. Hey, speaking of which, we did get someone trickling in. So as mentioned, the links are in the comments. And now we have got an official party, Mr. jreynolds.crv. How's it going? Uh-oh, Mr. J Reynolds.
Hey, it's going pretty good. How you guys doing today?
Doing good. So thank you for joining the party. Can you like, this is a first, like the first time we throw out the link, we actually get people joining. Can you tell me a bit about who you are? Tell me a bit about yourself.
Yeah, just been in DeFi here about 3 or 4 years. Just decided to, you know, look at the more stable side of things. I'm pretty new to it, but I just didn't decide to go the gambling way. So I look
Nice.
at just someone who's very interested in the new policy and monetary changes here, and a good friend of mine that I know has given me a lot of enlightenment on it and pointed me in the right direction, gave me some good insight on some of the better protocols out there, and Curve caught my attention. So I'm just interested in joining the conversation, getting my feet wet in it. And actually, a lot of you guys have been teaching me a lot. Um, Kind of at work right now, so I got to keep it quick. But I just appreciate you, just everything that is brought to my life, and I'm just looking forward to learning a lot more going forward. So I try to join in on anything I can just to get more of an understanding. That's kind of where I'm at with it. But just a normal guy that I work and just try to put my capital in places that just won't get wrecked out there. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I hear that, and that's one of the things that I've appreciated most about Curve over the years is that I've tried a bunch of different things, and generally I got wrecked. But when I actually put money into Curve, I didn't get wrecked. In fact, I made money, which was pretty exciting to me. And I'm curious about that .crv. I see that occasionally, but I didn't realize there was a .crv domain handler. Is that just for fun, or does there actually you own jreynolds.crv?
Yeah, no, it's just something I thought I'd be different. I don't actually own the domain, um, but if there is a way to get it, I'm definitely open to it. If you find out, just let me know.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm gonna set my audio output to these snazzy headphones if I can.
Copy that.
So lose the feedback. It is not working, so never mind that. We'll just try and do this through the MacBook. So I'm glad that you are here, because one of the stories I want to talk about, the second buzziest story that's going on right now after this Lido thing, I'm gonna have to take my eyes off the auction for a second to get this up. It is Curve related, and I wanted to basically go through a pretty big discussion on this one, because this is First of all, there's a lot of like misinformation that's been floating around about what this proposal means, but also just wanted to share some thoughts on this. So this is from Phil_00 Llama, who does some like amazing analytics on X. Criminally underfollowed, so do take some time to follow Phil_00 Llama. And basically, Phil posted to the governance forum requesting that we get rid of all new deployments to L2s. Actually, be like curious to hear your opinion on this, Sir Jay Reynolds. Did you get a chance to read this?
I didn't get a chance to read it. I'm at work. I'm just trying to be a little discreet, but it says
Of course.
bringing curve to L2s has been tried now, but the stats speak for self-relevant returns. Very L2s combined. Wow, lots of dead time. Oh wow! So curve is coming to an L2. Is that what I'm reading?
Not quite. So what's going on is that Curve has been launched on several L2s. And what's if you go through like the website, you can see like 10 to 20 L2 deployments. Now the problem that you're pointing out here is that like the L2s just don't make a lot of money. So Curve is launched on like I actually do use Curve on a bunch of side chains. But most people don't, and it doesn't generate a lot of fees. It doesn't generate a lot of revenues for the DAO. So if it's making about $1,500 per day, which mind you, I would be very happy to make. If I was making $1,500 a day, I'd be very happy. But for Curve, that's not very significant for its overall revenues. I'll pull up some stats from DeFi Llama in just a second here. So the thought is just why not cut it? Why not? And by cut it doesn't mean like let's stop like and halt and kill all of these. It's just focus on mainnet because that's where the money is. So here's the I think there's another way of seeing this on DeFi Llama, but you can see the chains that Curve is on relative to the like it's just all mainnet.
Right. So I've bought a pretty good significant position of curve, and all I did was just uh, I'm a locker, so I've locked my position on the 4-year lock, and I've just been using the income. Um, I'm at work right here. I've just been using my income to allocate more. I haven't really done any more further look into anything else, but I have looked at other protocols that are on the curve system, and pretty interested. Yeah, but I'm just a simple buyer and locker, man. I don't swap in and swap out or do. I'm not like you guys and pros and stuff like that. So
I don't know that there are any pros in DeFi. There's only people who have like been around long enough and somehow not gotten super wrecked. But the like I'll just go ahead and monologue a bit about the like situation going on with Curve L2s.
okay,
Just because not everyone necessarily understands what's going on here, but as you can see from the DeFi Llama stats, and as Robo Odin points out in the comments, stablecoin liquidity is just almost entirely on mainnet. That seems to be the place where the stablecoin meta is playing out. That seems to be where the game is, and Curve is really, really good at stablecoin trading. So you can see that Curve's TVL as of the end of July is about 2.5 billion on Ethereum. On Base is the second, and it's only got about 50 million there. So like that is like a crazy, crazy difference.
right.
Now stablecoins themselves are really interesting. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just agreeing with you. Just saying right. Yeah, like it was a really good observation there.
So this is a really fun story that got posted to Leviathan News recently, which is a breakdown of stablecoins by currency. And it's a circle or a pie chart because you can't really tell from looking at it. It's literally 99.8% of all stablecoins are denominated in the US dollar. The rest are 0.2% is euro, and then the others is just like negligible. So stablecoins are like 100% in USD. So you're asking maybe why I'm bringing this up. And that's because this is also basically the chart of Curve liquidity on side chains. Like Curve liquidity on side chains is almost entirely on Ethereum mainnet, and just like a very small fraction on L2s. So if you actually redid this chart, it's basically the same pie graph of Curve revenues by chain. So Philip's point here is like, why on earth would we spend any time on side chains? Like, does it even make sense? And I think that like it's a smart point and it's a good discussion to be had. But that being said, like I actually like think that it would be premature to, and like a little bit like short-sighted to cut off all L2 deployments. Now, so for those who didn't understand, like this doesn't mean that Curve would be going away. So this, if Philip's proposal passed, it's not saying that Curve is just going to completely get rid of side chains. It's going to like somehow like, because first of all, Curve couldn't even do that. The contracts are immutable. But the idea would not be to like just like somehow kill Curve on these side chains, but more like stop developing, stop deploying to new side chains, and really save the devs time and effort. And as a result, this is basically taking the form of a poll. Like, should we cut L2 development, reduce it, or don't cut it? So my thought is that like it's a great discussion to have. Yeah, Phil clarifies here, this is nothing but an opinion. He wants to spark reflections, and he provides some numbers, which is that there's 24 L2s where Curve is deployed. Negligible revenue is coming in from those. So it's $1,500 daily on all side chains combined, whereas on Ethereum, Curve is getting about $28,000 worth of revenue. So the reasons I'd say that I think it's a little premature to cut it off is that I think that this is like just reflective of like a broader question, which is like L2s. L2s themselves, we had one of my favorite guests, Tarek, come on at the beginning of, I think, 2024 and give his predictions for the year. And he said it's all L2s, L2, L2, L2. And you know, we pushed back against him. We're like, well, why like are you so bullish on L2s when like these L2s are clearly like don't seem to have any like viable use cases? And his point was basically like he's just looking at the market and he sees people launching L2s, and the L2s get liquidity, they get money, they get maybe sequencer fees. The market was just, the free market is speaking loud and clear that the market wants more L2s. And you know, still halfway through 2025, I don't see that slowing down. I see the market is still saying that there is the market demand for more L2s or even just new chains to get launched. And even if the use cases aren't there, the hope is that like some of them will find use cases. I think that we are still so early in the finding use cases. And just by way of a simple example, like I saw that Visa, I think it is, I'll try and pull up the source on this. Visa is doing some settlements and they're using Avalanche for it. And that just doesn't even make sense to me. Like, why Avalanche? But yeah, I want to, like, before I talk more about that, actually confirm it is Avalanche and I'm not just like spreading misinformation here. But they're just like all these like cases of like, you know, we're starting to see like mass adoption happening in terms of like institutions are making their way on chain. And I think that as they do this, like they are going to like play with different L2s. They're going to play with different cases. And one of the premises for Curve was that it should just be where the action, skate is where the puck is going. Oh yeah, here it is. I wasn't not lying. This is posted by pmm.eth. It's a multi-chain stablecoin rails adding euro-backed URC, which small percent of the stablecoin supply as we saw, and USDG and PYUSD support, as well as support on Stellar and Avalanche. So I think that we're just seeing like a lot of opportunities opening up on all these like random side chains. And as we see institutions like build on them, like why wouldn't we have a Curve presence just in case? It helps the biz dev team. In most cases, we're already there. And the other thing I can say, like, because I know a little bit about Curve, is that the Curve team is like really, really like smart. And they're not launching just chains just for the heck of it. Like they're launching chains oftentimes in consultation with the chain. Oftentimes oftentimes they're like actually like helping with the launch and helping with the deployment and receiving some like consulting fees for that. So it just makes sense that Curve is like positioning itself there. And it's also doing so in a way where they like keep an eye on the developer hours that it would take to actually launch an instance on that chain. Just by way of example, I can speak from personal experience that like Curve was looking at one point at launching on Berachain, and Berachain has these kind of unique validator dynamics, so it would have required a custom implementation. And at the time, I was like doing a lot of the work on like what that custom implementation would look like, and I was getting Berapilled. And I was saying like, yes, it's going to require deploying this kind of custom ERC20, but like it's super cool and like, you know, it's super Curve aligned because they got this VE voting system. But you know, the Curve team is like, oh, it's not really worth the time. So I think that at least internally on the deployments, like Curve is doing a good job of managing it and only launching where they think it's going to be positive EV. But then to play devil's advocate, because Philip's not here, which he should be, by the way, you can find the comments. You can see the link is just right there. Anyone can join. That's why Jay Reynolds is joining us from work. Anyone can basically, you know, like I guess that might be the to strawman, steelman, the argument of Philip. He might say that like, well, maybe the internal Curve team can handle it, but there's all these external like widgets and plugins like Telegram monitoring bots and analytic sites that they all of a sudden have to support every new chain that gets launched. So the kind of like externalities of the wider ecosystem having to support all these extra chains might be an issue. But you know, that being said, I wanted to bring up one final article on this subject, which is because like even though like I identify as a Zoomer, like I've been around the space for like 5-6 years now, so I've seen some things, and a lot of you like younger Chads who are watching this might not understand all the crazy stuff going on in crypto. Actually, yes, bid for the Squid Pass to get crypto to get this QR code. So we'll cut to the auction in just a second and see if we get any last minute bids. I just wanted to share this tab here because this like some people don't recognize what DeFi was like back in 2021. Here's Avalanche offering $180 million in DeFi incentives to build on their chain. When I talk about the free market, really strongly is saying like it wants more of these things. It wants more L2s. It means it. Like there is like when we get into alt season, like a crazy amount of demand for launching new chains, and oftentimes we'll put significant money into getting Curve, Aave, like top tier infrastructure like it on there. All right, so we got the Squid Pass open because the auction is expiring in just 3 minutes, and we have gotten a new bid. Bidder OXF7AD has bid 420.69, I'm guessing, rounds up to 420.7. And there is just 2.5 minutes. Not to be outdone, here comes in OX780A hot, bidding 5555. And it's so nice to see some bidding action here. As mentioned, the Squid Pass is without a doubt one of the best deals in. You know, if you're not familiar with Leviathan, there's a bunch of ad inventory that we have available. So we have our gorgeous website, which we're going to walk through. You can see it here. Squid Pass gives you the most prominent advertising slot on the website. We're driving a lot more traffic to the website. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But good ad slot. On top of that, we have our Telegram channel that's got nearly 20,000 super DeFi chads who are getting some of the best news in DeFi. We also have our Twitter, now X account. You get the pin post on both Telegram and on X if you are bidding on this. And then finally you get the Squid Pass on all these live streams. So like this one, you know, we're doing good numbers of 250, but we'd like that to be 250,000. So by all means, like let's pump that way up. But sometimes we get banger guests on, and sometimes we like go nuts. And it's also worth saying the Squid code is this QR code here is immutable. So like you're getting all the aggregate live streams in the past. So any historic live stream that has this QR code, anyone who pulls out their phone, snaps it, they're going to go to your link for the full week. So pretty good stuff. You can see the timer reset. We got another 3 minutes going on it. I'm just going to share this particular post from DeFi Advisor summarizing all the cool things about the Squid Pass. So as mentioned, pin post, Leviathan News Telegram, 17,000 followers, X, 7,000 followers for the entire week, QR code, media slot, live streamed on YouTube X, and not to mention on the website. And then, shoot, it got cut off. Okay, comments is still a work in progress, but there's lot more that DeFi Advisor wrote about the comments. I'll pull that up and just read it while I squeeze back to the auction so we can see if more bids go in. So at 5,555 squid which is the current going price. Like, that is crazy, people. Let's get this a little bit bigger so we can see it. Is there any way we can get it bigger? Well, we also have our guests. Let's try. Not really. I guess that's as big as we can get. 5,555 squid. Squid is super depressed prices of just a penny, just over a penny, which means that's only $65. All that for $65. Do you think it's worth $65 for me to sit here and talk endlessly about AOS? Like, let's go ahead and do it. Let's talk about how cool AOS is, because I am a big believer in AOS. I know the team. They're not just bidding randomly, and we've gotten a chance to talk with them. They are building some super cool DEPIN, as mentioned. So let's actually just go ahead and load up their boom. See? You buy the Squid Pass, you just get tons of free earned media. You don't even have to do anything. Make it a little bigger so you can see it. AOS Network, they've been doing a lot of cool stuff, and this week they're actually expanding and growing consistently. They've been rolling out a bunch of new services, and they are strong believers in decentralization. So big thanks to AOS for continuing to win the Squid Pass auction. And unfortunately, my computer's not hooked up to show you the Discord. So I'm just going to go pop in the Discord and say hi to people. And while I do that, let's get it back to the auction tab, because I know that as I sit here and talk about these things, you're going to be saying, well, maybe I should bid. And if you want to bid, by the way to do that, and you got 1 minute left to go, but you could still do it. You're going to get some funds on Fraxel. On Fraxel is 10. Yeah, it's a good idea. We should change the time to 10 minutes. If you want to bid, you're going to get some funds on Fraxel. We accept both Squid and Wrapped ETH. You should honestly have Squid if you've been doing anything around the Leviathan ecosystem, because we airdrop it every month. And we also support Wrapped Frax ETH. The Frax bridge is very simple, so you could probably still get it in the next 38 seconds to get a bid in, which would extend it for another 5 minutes. Let's see. Maybe I should just... Ooh, no. We won't go quite so high. And if you're curious about these auction mechanics, they were actually built off of the Llama's NFT. The Llama's NFT is what a lot of OGs in the ecosystem are rocking. The Llama NFT basically took DeFi by storm during the bear market, where they had like hourly auctions of llamas. Ooh, Robo Odin is going to be a fierce competitor in upcoming weeks. Oh, shoot. And it's done. Congratulations. It is officially expired with OX780A pass for the week. So let me do a quick query and see what that is. Let's see where Ethereum address I like. OX780, is it? A. And it looks like the winner is yet again Sir Cogsy. Congratulations, Sir Cogsy, and apologize for not recognizing you by address. I should have the addresses memorized by this point. But it sounds like you're going to have some steep competition in the upcoming weeks, because Sir Robo Odin is already planning bidding wars. So it goes. Jay Reynolds, have you used AOS?
No, I haven't used AOS. That's actually something I just heard of and learned from here. I'm actually going to be looking into that, actually. It's the reason why I try to join streams, because I start learning about new things, and AOS is one of those that I've just learned about.
Excellent. Well, I'll trade you. I will ask you a question about you if you want to ask a question to me or the general audience. But I'm curious to know, where are you watching the stream? YouTube or X?
I actually got the link from X, and it took me to the actual platform. I've never been on this platform, studio.restream.io. So as soon as I clicked the link, it kind of just took me to that platform. But yeah, I got it from
Excellent.
X.
And if you don't
Yep.
mind my asking, feel free to not dox if you don't like, but you keep bouncing between here and your day job. What's your day job?
Oh, I am a traction power technician for light rail in my city.
Oh, right
And
on.
what we do is we just maintain the actual system power that the railroad needs to run. And
Hmm.
so just a select few of us have specialties in being able to troubleshoot and do a regular maintenance on our equipment to just keep it efficient to operate. So yep.
Got it. Now you say you're new to DeFi. So I'm curious, do you
Yeah.
have any questions about Curve or like the broader DeFi ecosystem that maybe I could try and address?
um I actually have a lot of questions. I'm actually interested in looking into becoming a blockchain dev, and um, I know a few people that have done that, and they actually they're doing pretty well compared to the rest of the economy. And so, yeah, when it comes to Curve, I've heard narratives about it, and looking further into it, it's coming out to seem to be the best stablecoin protocol out there. Um,
Agreed.
and so for me, my questions kind of just come more as I look more into it. Right, for now, I'm just looking at monetary policy and looking at the direction of what the U.S. is doing with stable coins. And so I'm kind of just you know more so interested in questions of, like, that have to do with more so policy than the actual protocol. So, but yeah, I mean, I actually bought a llama as well, and um,
Nice.
I'm very excited about that community because they teaching a lot in there, and um, I hear a lot about other protocols that are coming on board, and that we're partnering with and that we're promoting and things like that. So to me, I've done a lot of this kind of degenerate stuff before in the past, and I kind of actually walked away from crypto. I kind of didn't believe it, and just by me hanging out and just not fully walking away and meeting a couple guys, it got me on more of the sane side of it. So um, as far as Curve is concerned, right now, I just love it because it actually is the only thing that has consistently helped me in my personal life as far as income. um, I kind of just committed to locking everything that I've ever bought, and when I go to my to my wallet each week, it kind of gives me a little dividend that I can use to further my position. So that is the way that DeFi kind of has been making sense to me. I would recommend that for anybody who's wanted to walk away from just cryptocurrency, is to find them a good protocol like Curve or something like that that's going to actually pay them something for their participation, and any way that they can kind of get inside the protocol to be of value. Maybe come on and help become a somebody that's going to help support the actual system. I think that's one of the biggest things that has opened my eyes, and um, it's just I'm just kind of still in awe of everything right now. So, but yeah, no questions as of yet. Just more of how can I say just learn more about the stable coin side of things and where it's going in the monetary policy and things like that. So, what about
Absolutely.
yourself? Have you been in DeFi for long, or are you freshly new yourself, or what about yourself?
So I've been there for about 5, 6 years. It was around
Right.
2020 that I was asking my colleague about. I was looking at like Binance through a VPN and just seeing like not that I deposited money there, but I was just like, wow, did you know that they're giving like 6% yield on stable coins, or not stable coins, because I didn't know a stable coin was there. Just dollars was what I. It's like this is back when like rates were zero. I was just like, wow, there's 6% rates being given out here. Like, what? Someone should
Yes.
build a service that gives 3% on dollars and takes the other 3%. And my colleague was like, no, 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 you got to go check out Curve. And like you, like I was super captivated and fell down the rabbit hole and just wanted to learn more because it's a really complex system and it's very tough to understand. You have to do a lot of research. But
All right.
the good news is, like, I don't know if you're able to see the comments on the right side here. Super strong, super supportive community. They big fan of you right now. Kimbo's Kimbo's saying Llama's got a traction technician, Llama Rail, baby. Robo Odin's also super excited to hear this. So if you're not in the Llama's Discord, that's a great place because you have a Llama, so you'll be able to get into that Llama gated chat.
Right.
And just be able to hang out with the chads and ask any questions. As to your question about where to learn blockchain development, can definitely recommend a few spots, because I definitely think that we need more people who are, writing and understand like Viper, Solidity, etc. And even if you like don't feel comfortable like writing contracts that manage billions of dollars right away, there's still a lot of work that you can do if you understand it. Like writing test suites, for example, is super, super helpful. And the place I would definitely recommend you go first is Cifrin Updraft.
Okay.
So Cifrin Updraft has, I don't know, have you gotten a chance to play with them?
No, I haven't. Is there a way you could put a link in the chat I could click on to explore that?
Absolutely. So there's a private chat here. I'll just go ahead and drop that, and I'll put in the public chat.
Okay. All right.
As well. It's cyfrin.io. They have a ton of amazing resources on how to become a blockchain developer, like video tutorials. And we'll chat after the call. We should have a few Curve subscriptions we can get you to comp, because some of them are paid. But they actually have Curve coursework, which is what's really cool. They've taught over 200,000 students. They are amazing. I know Patrick. He is absolute Chad in this space. Like, huge credit to the space. So strongly recommend that you check out Cifrin Updraft.
Okay, I copy that. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
The other thing I can offer is that I've a series of video tutorials myself that aren't nearly as good, but they're very heavily Curve focused. And I have them on some of the beginning tools that could be super helpful in getting started. So the Brownies one's a bit dated because Brownie's no longer a thing. But if you go to the Curve YouTube channel and look for some of the tutorials on Viper, I'm really proud of the Viper one. I think that one was a very good one, as well as Ape Framework and Titanoboa. And I'm currently working on one for Moccasin, which is a Cifrin protocol that's meant to revive Brownie. So those would be the place I'd look. The other place I'd look is the Curve news site. The Curve news site, just for understanding Curve, is really, really good. Oh shoot! Looks like he had to go ride the rails. Understood. Oh, he's back. Must have been going through a tunnel.
Yeah, I lost you there. You said that you had some sources that I could have access to, or something like that. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I dropped the Cifrin link in the chat.
Oh yeah, I got
you got that one. The Curve YouTube channel also has a bunch of good video. No one's as good as the legend Patrick Collins, but the Viper one is a very good one to get started.
Okay.
And then I'm working on one for Moccasin, so stay tuned for that one.
All right, copy that.
And then as far as just understanding what's going on with Curve, definitely take a look at the Curve news site. So Curve news site revamped their news coverage about almost a year ago at this point. It's really good. So for example, here's a really good article that they publish every week on the top yields on Curve.
Wow, okay.
And there's lots of good links to resources, etc.
All right.
But just what you're doing is the best way to like get a sense of what's going on in the Curve or DeFi community, in my opinion.
Okay, yeah. I'm actually very happy with my decision. This community is very supportive, actually, compared to other communities I've just took a look at. And I come from the Telegram days where those rooms were just so crazy, and I just can't do it anymore, man. I took down all my Telegram accounts and kind of just have one account now. But yeah, the Discord, I actually did join the Discord, and those guys is just on fire. It's just such a different feeling being inside the Llama Discord. So I appreciate all the support. I'm going to check out those links, and maybe I can get started here pretty soon. Maybe take my life a different direction. But
that'd be awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
So are you in that secret Llama holders only Llama gated chat in the Llama Discord? Because that's where the real
Yeah,
alpha
yeah, I'm
is.
I'm actually in the token gate. When I actually tried to join the Discord after recently purchasing my Llama, they did a verification thing uh, for my wallet, and I was able to get inside. So yeah, it's pretty. It's Llamas only, and then they also have a basic one. If you don't have one, you can still look at the general, but there's a token gated one beyond that too. So yep, in
Right
that.
on,
So
right on. Well, that's exciting to hear. So, like, you're in the right spot. I'm sure if you ask any questions there, they'll be more than happy to help out. But tell them that now you're a celebrity. Now you've been seen on the Leviathan live stream, and not just a live stream, Llama Party.
I appreciate it.
Um, Speaking of which, one of the things, so I mentioned at the beginning of the show, I'm like trying out this new format where it's like a party, anyone can join and we'll hang out and talk about just whatever, like mostly reply guy about the headlines. But one of the things that I want to use this time for is, more talking about Curve and things like that. And then also towards the last 15 minutes of the live stream, or give or take, talk about some of the updates of what's been going on around Leviathan news. Because we're doing cool stuff. We're giving people like, I just earned some squid for submitting some news, which is also a potentially good educational resource for you. There's like a lot of really good discussion about like some of the questions you had about macroeconomic policy, because we're trying to figure that out too, right?
Right.
So like system, like we're also like doing a lot of stuff, and we want to just build in public. Like we want to structure it as like a DAO. We want to capture a lot of the same vibes as like the early Curve days, where it's just huge believers in decentralization, very much like trying to like build in public, get things out in a like very public fashion, and talk with people about like what exactly is going on. And we think that doing so, like, we actually get a good chance to like get more people involved and giving opinions on the process. And so far it's been kind of working. So there's like quite a bunch of updates around the Leviathan ecosystem, but one of which I wanted to really highlight is, if you are a DAO member, recommend to take a look at the Squid DAO. It's linked from the top of leviathannews.xyz. So I'll actually just walk through the process for how you can find it easily. You go to our gorgeous website, which I'll talk about some of the updates there, and you'll see a lot of updates, as well as you can see where the Squid Pass is. And you click on the DAO, and it takes you to our DAO page. We have an active vote on something that we're calling Project Cuddle. And people were a little confused because it said, wait a second, Project Cuddle, that's adorable. You can see the actual spelling here is C-U-T-T, like a cuttlefish. We talked about it at length on the last Llama Party, so I won't get too much in the details. But essentially, it's like the way of moving a lot of the like more centralized aspects to the actual direct control of the DAO. So the thing that the DAO primarily has control over is that each month the Squid token sees 1 million more in authorized mints. And basically, like for the past 2 years, what happened is I would basically just kind of like submit my news budget for the kind of news portion of the Leviathan Empire and say, well, here's what we've done on the news side, and let's throw in a little bit for this, and I guess we'll have to slash these people a little bit. And it was just me kind of making these weighting decisions, and I did, I think, an okay job. But one of the things that like I was really inspired by was the Open Stablecoin Index rebalance vote, where like that's using a token that was spun out of Leviathan called Squill to vote on more of the top 10 open stablecoins. And the way you do is you just take your voting squill and you kind of sprinkle it over the stablecoins you like each quarter. And you kind of come up with a really smooth ranking of what the top 10 open stablecoin projects are. And it was like, that's really cool. And I think that's actually going to solve a lot of the problems that happen with regard to like trying to assign these weighting, well, me just assigning it kind of randomly on this like trust me bro basis. So instead of me just going out there and being like, yeah, trust me, news gets this, devs get this, shows get this, like I think that is a decision that should be put in front of the community, because I think that the Squid holders are super smart and super well aligned and really want to like push this project in the right direction. And most importantly, if I'm wrong about this, like we can just always undo it. But I don't think I will. Like, I really think that the DAO is going to vote very smart. There's some provisions in Project Cuddle, which we discussed kind of at length last week, to try and prevent dilutive voting. Like, you want to avoid the possibility where people could just be like, hey, I'd like you to send me a lot of money to me because I'm awesome, and then buy up a lot of squid. They send money to them. Everyone else is voting honestly. All the honest voters get attacked. So we have a bunch of provisions in there, and like very temporary emergency DAO, which we hope we can remove the some of the guardrails from it in the future. But basically, like, there's like a more active group of squid whales who are able to like look over these proposals and be like, no, that's not, that's like extractive voting behavior and extractive requests. So we're gonna like try and massage that one. So I threw it up for a vote. I didn't mean for it to do it on a Friday, because I know that like looks kind of bad to throw it up on a Friday, but the fact of the matter is, like, the budgeting process outlined in this proposal is that the budget proposals have to get in within the first 5 days of the month. It's August 1st, so everything's due by Tuesday. So we got to know pretty quickly if we're using this or some other mechanism. So that's the reason that's up. Like, hopefully, like, no one's offline for the weekend and unable to vote on it. If so, like, feel bad about it. A few votes have already trickled in. Would recommend to vote, because one of the things that happened last month was I imperially just gave a line item to people who voted in the DAO. So that meant that people who voted in a free snapshot vote got paid. You vote again this month. Not just me imperiously deciding, like, okay, like, Squid DAO voters get this much, but it'll be up for a vote. Like, so people who have squid can say, yeah, I think that like the DAO's critical, they should be getting more, or like, what are you giving this money to the DAO for, and vote less for it. So really excited to see where it goes. Interested in seeing people's comments. There's a live conversation. And that's the other thing that I wanted to highlight is devs are doing something. We've been doing a bunch of monthly updates on like the website. There's been a huge thrust on my side to try and get more activity on the website, because we're just running out of room in Telegram. Telegram is awesome, and we have a lot of cool stuff built into Telegram. But we don't have like the capability of doing some things in Telegram. Telegram has like, we ran this issue this morning when we were trying to promote the Leviathan auctions. Telegram's got 1,000 character limit. So we can't actually like facilitate like long form discussions on Telegram. Like, it has to get hosted somewhere. It should be a Leviathan website. So we want website which could support like a thriving threaded comment section like we have here. So we spent the past month heavily building out a comment system, and I'm going to be posting more an article probably on Monday. I was going to do it today, but it's kind of Friday weekend, blah blah blah. But I'm going to be posting an article Monday going into depth on some of the cool stuff built into this comment system and where we see it fitting in. But in my opinion, it's like absolutely crucial for Leviathan to have and nurture like conversations about all this news on site. There's so many reasons that we really need this. But what's nice is like we have a good Telegram presence, so we can actually have the Telegram comments, the commenting feature on the website tied more closely to some of the stuff that we're doing in Telegram. So you might have noticed, if you've been reading our headlines lately, that the top comment is automatically sticky. So if you write a really good comment, or just like call out our editors, be like, hey, this is a stupid story, or this is wrong, this is fake news, we're going to read those and everyone's going to see it. So the top comment that gets voted up to the top is just going to automatically get stickied to all the news on Telegram. And we want to make it easy for people to be able to ingest comments and capture comments. So if you actually our Telegram bot is syndicated to a number of different channels. So it's very easy to actually just reply to it. And if the bot channel, it's also going to get automatically ingested into the comments. So the comment system contains anybody that is commenting on the article on Telegram, as well as people who go to the website and drop comments. There's a few features that we're still working on that weren't ready for launch. So like, for example, notifications should be coming out maybe this weekend, maybe early next week. We'll see. But despite the fact we haven't really advertised it yet, we've got about like 50 some comments that came in. And just to give some context, like when I was doing projections, this is why you don't want me controlling numbers, Project Cuddle. Wisdom of the crowd is gonna be better at this. When I was looking at like how many comments I thought we might get, I was like, okay, if this commenting system really takes off, we might get a couple comments per day rolling in. So maybe we'll get like 50 comments in the month of August. The comments were live in the month of July for about 3 days. We already got 50 comments in those 3 days. So I think this is already looking like it's going to be a banger feature. But one thing I'm really excited by is as I was doing this and just building this out, I was like, who needs this? Who is going to most benefit from having a thriving, robust comment section? And I thought about this long and hard, because I was like, well, people can go on Twitter, people can go on Facebook and Reddit and like all sorts of sites and leave their comments. And earlier in the stream, I was showing that there's a big difference between Leviathan News and a lot of other places. Like a lot of other places, you submit a link, you get banned. They're like, go away. We don't want your link. We don't want you shilling stuff. Leviathan's the opposite. We're like, we actually support shills. Like we support, if you've got a project you want to promote, we'd like to hear about it. We'd like to be the place that shills that, so much so that where other communities are banning you, we're paying you squid to do so. So I was thinking, well, what's the analog on comments? And I was like, well, yeah, there's like a group of people that are like constantly told to shut up. They're awful. They are I'm speaking specifically of reply guys. Like reply guy is this term that has such a negative connotation. If you go on Twitter and you comment on something, people are like, oh, go away. You're a reply guy. We're the opposite. We want to pay you to be a reply guy. We like reply guys. Like reply guys add a ton of value. I'm at best a reply guy. I could not possibly strive to be the main character. But like there's a reply guys that add a ton of value, and we want to pay you for it. Like if you're a reply guy, like don't go where you're not wanted. Go to Leviathan, where we like actually like support and embrace reply guys. Like really strongly so. So we have this Project Cuddle where one of the nice things about it is that we actually can allow and budget for like giving airdrops to people, doing certain behavior that we like. So one example of this is that in the kind of waning days of the month, we were like, well, let's give a payout to people who go on the website and upload a profile picture. Can we do that? We can. If Project Cuddle passes, like submit a budget line item in this upcoming month and say, hey, if you uploaded a profile picture, here's the people who uploaded. And we got a good number of people to do it after we kind of leaked this, and a lot of people did it. A lot of people actually like submitted a profile picture. So here comes in the Squid Knight writer reply guying, and that's great. Like we want the reply guys here on our site. So this month we're going to submit a line item vote for people who like uploaded a profile picture. Next month it'll be comments, and specifically like not just any comment, but I'm going to, because I'll be the one most likely submitting the budget request in August. I'm going to submit like a request that that is balancing it in such a way where the top comment on every post gets significant weighting. So not just like a comment, but like show people that like reply guys are awesome at this, and reply guys can add some like really significant value. It's if you get to the coveted top comment slot, I'm not even sure what the weighting will be, but I'm thinking here I'll for this first month I'll trust me, bro, I'll decide the weighting because I'm submitting the budget request. Other people could submit different multipliers if they want, but I think comments should get like a lot of weighting. But I think the top comment should be weighted most within that. So all comments get something, but like let's say like 80% goes to if you earn the top comment in any given post. The way you earn top comments is just a very simple voting system. I actually have ideas for how the voting can be done in like some other fashion, but I think that doing the voting in terms of like just one vote per wallet, see if people are sibling it. If they're not sibling it, that's fine. Not a lot of people are voting. And by the way, I want to break out voting as a separate line item too, so we can segregate voters and allocate weight to voters. But for my sake, like I'm gonna plan to submit a significant budget request for commenters, and I'm gonna throw a significant amount of my squid weight behind commenters because I want to get reply guys into this like new spot. And to close it out, therefore, I was playing around with Grok and asked Grok to write an ode to the reply guy. And I'm not going to sing it because even though I try and actively do things that hurt my view count, I don't want to hurt it that bad. But I will read it as like a slam poem. Oh, reply guy, hero of the thread, with a keyboard bold and a heart that's led. You dive in the comments, no fear, no delay, dropping wisdom, wit, or a sweet hay. From the X app glow to the break of dawn, your replies keep the convo rolling on. Chorus. Reply guy, shine, you digital knight. Fingers flying fast in the screen's blue light. With a quip, a meme, or a heartfelt plea, you're the pulse of the platform, wild and free. Oh, reply guy, never fade away. You're the spark in the comments every day. You see a post, your heart's ablaze. Got to chime in quick, got to join the craze. A retweet's too quiet, a like's too shy, but your words, they soar to the virtual sky. From emojis loud to a pun so sly, you're the soul of our feed. Oh, reply guy. Reply guy, shine, you digital knight. Fingers flying fast in the screen's blue light. With a quip, a meme, or a heartfelt plea, you're the pulse of the platform, wild and free. Oh, reply guy, never fade away. You're the spark in the comments every day. Some may scroll on by, some may roll their eyes, but you keep on typing neath the starry skies. A thread's not a thread till you've had your say. You're the bard of the banter, you save the day. With a gif or a take, you're never ignored. Reply guy, you're the king of the keyboard. Reply guy, shine, you digital knight. Fingers flying fast in the screen's blue light. With a quip, a meme, or a heartfelt plea, you're the pulse of the platform, wild and free. Oh, reply guy, forever you'll stay, the heart of the comments, come what may. So here's to you with your endless zest, the unsung champion of the X app quest. Keep replying, keep trying, let your spirit fly. Forever and always, our bold reply guy. That is the ode to the reply guy. We hope you got several more. One of the things that happens is we do these votes each month for allocations. If I get any squid towards towards this show in particular, like I don't need more squid. I do need more squid, but I don't think that the show itself deserves squid. But I will actually like give a bounty where any squid I receive for July. Yeah, it's August now, but whatever. Any squid I receive for July, if someone wants to actually take that reply guy ode and turn it into like an actual like musical song or musical video, like I would probably give like half whatever squid I got last month to the reply guy. So it's like a live bounty being offered. So I can't say the amount, but whatever July allocations go to the show. If anyone comes up with a really cool video, I'd be more than happy to send to that. Because I want to see the ode to the reply guy. With that, I think that is all that we have time for today. Jay Reynolds, thank you so much for joining us.
Appreciate you guys having me.
So I just want to make a quick mention. I don't think I'm going to be able to do a Llama party next week. I'm going to be at the Rare Evo conference in Vegas. I'm giving a talk on why centralized stablecoins need decentralized stablecoins. So if you're at the Rare Evo event, definitely look me up. But I think that it's going to conflict with having to do a Llama party. We'll see. I might try and like pop on. If anyone wants to host in my stead, though, that'd be awesome. So feel free to reach out. Other than that, thank you everyone for joining. Big thanks to AOZ for again winning the Squid Pass. And just a quick note, we're always working on the auctions. So at some point we'll probably actually have a multi-tiered auction where the top N bidders get the Squid Pass, but there'll be different tiers of Squid Passes. So second and third and fourth place can get something. If not, just remember you can withdraw. Just like the llamas, you can get your squid back. So this has been the Llama Party, August 1st, 2025. And squids, we will see you all on the next tide.